Feeling, feeling, feeling the sense of a bad movie. Feeling, feeling, feeling that downness of an awful movie. Yeah, you just heard that. Um, the reason why you just heard me saying was because, strangely enough, in a film called The Night of the Hunter, you hear singing, and it's trying to be a horror slash mystery and suspense thriller. Or at least that's what I thought it was trying to be. So, The Night of the Hunter, you guys, it's a film starring Robert Mitchum and Shelley Winters, and I guess it's directed by Charles Lofton. Sounds familiar, but I can't name any films that he's made off the top of my head right now. And Night of the Hunter, you guys, basically it's this guy, this boy and this girl's dad. Um, he has all this money that he has in his possession, and he gets arrested and is hanged apparently. And this guy, played by Robert Mitchum, really wants this money. So what he does is he marries the now widowed mother of these two kids in hopes that because the kids know where that money is. So he's hoping that when he marries this woman, he can force the kids into telling him where the money is. So it's kind of like a series of unfortunate events. It's just a lot worse than that. In series of unfortunate events, he wanted the money and he needed the kids to do that. So it kind of reminded me of that. So he marries the woman, he kills her, and he expects these two children to, give him, tell him where the money is. So basically, throughout the rest of the film, without me giving spoilers away, these kids go on the run, and you experience basically their way of getting away from this guy so they don't have to tell him about this money that the dad didn't want him to tell him about. And so it's basically, keeping that information secret so this guy doesn't get to the money, because if he does get the money, bad things are going to happen pretty much. So Night of the Hunter, you guys, I really did not like this movie. Robert Mitchum, he gave, here, I'll go right into the positives. Um, the musical score was decent. It was okay. It wasn't anything spectacular, but it was decent. Like I was about to say, Robert Mitchum's performance was pretty good for the most part. It's one of the better things about the movie, but it's at the same time, it's not enough to say it's a good movie. It's just he gave what was one of the better parts of the movie. There were some night scenes in here that were going the right direction for a while, but by the time the film ends, I mean, it's all thrown out the window. But there were some night scenes in here that did feel kind of eerie and creepy, and I almost wish the film played off of that some more, specifically on the scenes where Robert Mitchum's involved. Um, for the negatives, you guys, there's a ton of negatives I have about this movie. I didn't like the writing. I didn't like the acting. I hated the kid actors of this film. I hated the child actors. They're not even shown on the cover because they're probably humiliated by being in this movie. There was lame scenery in here. The film never gets off the ground running. It never quite goes into overdrive with what it wants to be. Um, Even for the 50s, I know this was made in 1955. Even for that time, this film feels outdated. It feels like it belongs from like the 20s or the 30s. Um, and even then, I bet it wouldn't be accepted that much as a film as like a Charlie Chaplin film or something like that. Um, there's some bad action choreography in here, specifically where Robert Mitchum's trying to get a hold of the kids and stuff. Just some really bad action choreography in here. It's almost laughable. You almost laugh out loud because it's so bad. Like I was doing in the intro, there is some really lame singing in here. Robert Mitchum sings the feeling, feeling song throughout the whole movie. It's like, oh, give me a break. There's no sense of mystery in this film. I was not on my edge of my seat at all. In fact, I almost fell asleep while watching this movie. There's just no sense of mystery or suspense or build up or curiosity. I mean, there's just no sense of any of that throughout this movie. Um, so overall, guys, I give Night of the Hunter a 4 out of 10. It's really not a good movie at all. If you like Robert Mitchum, I really can't name any other films that he's been in. Shelley Winters, her name sounds familiar, but at the time I can't really think of any film she's involved in. Um, yeah, it's really not a good film, you guys. Just to skip this one. Don't let the critics tell you differently. It's really not that good. I guess there was a whole thing with love and hate, and even that was kind of lame. He was like love and hate, and the world is full of it. Urgh! And it's just like, oh, give me a break. So 4 out of 10 for me, you guys. Don't see this film. Don't even watch it on TV when it's for free. It's a bad movie. Don't watch it.